And please excuse me if I can't remember the name. I think it was from Patty. Was asking just, and it's actually a question I wanted to ask. That's why I really enjoyed the question. Is just a quick, just give me a recap again on what you saw with the Kahumas, because did you spend quite a bit of time with them?
Yeah.
I had to leave soon after we found that they were here. Just on how many are there now, what you think of them, how many of the numbers, females and youngsters, and also the question that Patty was asking is a bit of the history on the Sandy Patch female. That she's now obviously by herself. She wasn't always alone. The Sandy Patch used to be a pride. But if you can just give us a bit of what you think of the Kahumas as they are now, and then just a bit of a history on the Sandy Patch female.
Yeah, I'll start from Kahuma. I mean, if you look at the pride itself, it's really doing well. They're all like 4 females. And from the beginning we heard that there was 4 females, then suddenly there was a female that comes from the Eastern John, but it was like a mistake. They just spotted 2, 3 females, there was not 4. The 4th one come and join. And on the youngster itself, I have seen 5 youngsters, all males, and 1 of it is a female. So it's really amazing.
So 6 in total?
6 in total. Yeah. So it's really amazing. If you look at the number of the young males that are there, it really is going to be a problem here in future. In the next, maybe in 2 years' time, maybe 1.5 years in time, when it comes to those pride into the action, be active here, in and out like what they're doing. So then those 2 males, when they reach up to 2.5 years, then they're going to stand their own ground. Because they will
when there's 5 of them together,
yeah,
it's a bit like humans used to do in many different cultures around the world. When one king took over a new empire, he would kill all the male offspring or all the offspring of the other king, just to make sure there's nothing that's going to come back later. So it's not something that's unique only to lions. But the Mapochos maybe slipped up there, and maybe down the line they could pay the price for that.
Yeah, they're going, definitely Mapocho, they're going to pay that price. Or what's going to happen, I don't know. But I see the way the youngsters are growing, and they know that Mapocho was a trouble into the area, so they have to come back into the area and protect the area, protect the females. But it can be happen, it can be those young 5 males go into the other area, like Mapocho, where they operate, and push them out and start to settle around in that area. Because there might be a little bit, because there will be sisters and mothers which are around in the area. So sometimes in a later stage they might be coming back if those mothers and sisters are no longer active in the pride. It will be new blood, it will be new males that come and meet with the mate of the sisters and the mothers. It will be new blood active into the area. So then those pride, they will come back into the area, mating with them. Like what Mapocho have done, when they go back into south, they've killed their own mother and the other females that were around there, that they know. All of them, they are now no longer living on the pride of Sparta pride. It's only the new blood that was born while they were away. So it can happen with these 5 males when they go out, when they come back into the area. All the females that they know, they're going to kill them, because they will be avoiding inbreeding. That can happen. So yeah, it's all about those pride of Kahumas.
Yeah.
All of them is looking good, and it's a lot more healthy. A little bit background history of the last Sandy Patch female. We all know Sandy Patch female, there was a pride that existed into the area here in Western Ghana. Actually, it was 2 females that break out from 6 pride, if I remember.
All right.
There was a fight down south, Aratuza, other side of our neighborhood. The 2 females, it happens that they flee into the area and weren't able to go back in that area, because it looked like there was the other pride that all the time was calling in that area. They're certainly around here, and they're able to mate with Manuleti male. The first Manuleti male, all 2 of them, and they have cubs.
Is it now long, like the late 90s, early 2000s? Yeah,
early 2000s, somewhere there. When they met with Manuleti boys, I remember they were having cubs like somewhere 9 to 10 months old. It happens very close to our camp here at the staff village. When the first Kutana pride come into the area with those 2 males, and
I remember that Steve was still here.
Yeah, Steve was still here. And the whole, pride, they come and find out, they locate those Sandy Patch female. They're able to kill 2 youngsters. And the Skutana Pride headed into the east, and Sandy Patch females start to live more to the west, Manyeleti, and they're able to raise the 2 youngsters, a female and 1 young male. One of the young male died in our neighborhood called Simbambili, and it was by that time having TB and dies there. And the 2 youngsters, as a female, they grow up with 2 females. And what happened? Suddenly, we don't know what happened. One of the female of the mothers, it went into Manyeleti. It had, she hadn't come back with the whole pride. And we located, well, remember that time we almost see 3 females and the rest were not. The time was, even young men was still alive. We didn't come back, and we almost get to see 4 of them. There's 3 sub-adults and 1 female. And keep on going like that way. And the elder had that area of Sumbambi, the young male died. The mother also of those 2 females, I'm sure it killed by this not Kuhumas, Skutani Pride. And the 2 female left into the area. And they have calves, and they were a lot more successful, but the new pride come in, which is late now, is Kuhumas.
Yeah, the last 2 years only, sir.
The last 2 years to 3 years, somewhere on the line. Then they located one of the female having tiny little youngster, age of 3 weeks.
Still like this?
Like this. Yeah. It happens there by Kobos Dam. The female, she was...
Which is to the north of here.
Yeah, north of here. The female, she was a lot more successful in hunting the other one. She killed 2 young zebra at the same area. I don't know what happened there. And she was feeding. The last time at night, it was like 7 o'clock when we last see her. And we left her on the kill. When Kuhumas come into the area, by that time they were all 11. Yeah, they come into the area, they find that female there. Chase the female, go in Hunter's Moon camp. When the female get to the dam, all the pride are able to really catch that female and kill it from the dam itself and left it. And the lonely one that is hanging around here, she was down, I believe, there by Free State Clearing, the youngster.
Which is also to the north of us, basically.
North of us, yeah. And what happened with the youngster, no one knows. And she's always like getting away with this pride because she's alone. And now she won't be successful with the company. She's alone. She's lonely female. When she met with this male, have a cubs, it won't be successful. The hyenas and other competition with the other males, they're able to kill the cubs. Once that female, she met with Mapocho, and she was heavily pregnant. We don't know what happened. And lastly, we heard that she mated with Manyeleti boys. And the guys that recently, they were thought she's having cubs. But I've seen her that day when Kuhumas.
Oh, did you get to see her? Yeah.
Yeah, she doesn't look like she's having cubs. Maybe the cubs is going to get killed with hyenas and the other competition that they have into the area. That is a little history that I still remember with all this pride that entered into the area.
A lot of Sandy Patch available.